Welcome to Simforma Business Simulation. My name is Minjutas Latauskas and I will be guiding you through a retail trade tutorial. So what is retail trade? Defining it simply, buying goods from suppliers and selling them in your stores to the final consumers or buyers. Even though the definition is quite simple and easily understandable, if we look deeper into the retail trade process, we will see that it involves a lot more than just buying and selling. In Simforma Business Simulation, retail trade involves a variety of activities. First of all, you have to know what is your market, you have to understand how it operates, and it involves a lot of market data analysis, what can be found in the simulation and used for your decision making. As you have a store, you need goods to sell. Different products have different features. Different combinations also present different possibilities. Thus, knowing the product is of the main essence. The right price for the right product in the right market can be your key to success. The right location for your store, people that work for you, promotions to attract more visitors, client definition as well, performance reports to analyze and understand how your business is doing and which part you should be aiming to change, and finally, efficiency, administration, and innovation tips to know what you're missing and how to improve your business further on. These business activities do not necessarily have to go in the order provided here. However, they have to be present and managed properly in order for your retail trade business to be successful. Let's find out more about them. In order to run retail business, what you need is data about the specific market. Depending on the simulation you will be using, it will be either classic or intensive. In classic, we have over 33 countries and 300 different cities. And in intensive simulation, we have 5 countries and over 120 cities. You will be provided such data as the overall size of the country, the population size, number of cities, and as well as profit tax rate. As you go deeper into the country of your choice, you will be provided such data as population, average city salary, unemployment rate, education level, and wealth level. What is important is to understand that the size of population for retail trade is very important. The bigger is the population of the city, the bigger is the pool of possible retail trade clients. However, population is not everything. Average city salary and wealth level, there are those two indicators that will show you what buying power lies within this population. As you have chosen a country that you like and you want to develop your business in it, naturally you will have to see what goods are popular there and what are the quality and prices, and as well as the level of competition. In market analysis, you can find data on every product we have for retail sales. All the categories are provided here, and by clicking on a specific good, then choosing country, the region, and the city, you can see in what state this respective market is. In this specific case, we see shoes. We can see also the market development index that shows how competitive the market is and how developed it is. Market development index can vary from E to A or even AAA. Market volume will show you the size of the market. To be more specific, the amount of units that have been sold over the last virtual week. You will face 2 types of competitors in each city. The local suppliers, computer-generated ones. These provide the local consumers with the goods they need. However, they seek to provide goods for the lowest price available, the lowest quality, therefore hardly pose any serious competition for live, active simulation participants. Local suppliers don't use advertising and brand values. You will be provided data how big the store of your competitor is, in which specific city district it is, what is the volume of their sales, the price, quality, and brand combination. What you will not see is their advertising expenses, but this data, all by itself, already provides you opportunity to analyze your competitor and also to see what kind of segment is free for you to enter, or If you have a very good competitive proposal, you can literally start battling for your consumers. For your stores to work, what they need are the goods that can be sold to the consumers in order to make revenues and profit. Here you can see all the goods that are available in SimFormer Business Simulation Classic mode. We have around 150 different products that fall under 9 different categories that can be used to create a specific product mix. How does that work? Well, let's take a look. What you can see here is a store that specializes in selling clothes, flowers, perfume, and some jewelry. A fashionable boutique, if you prefer. Truth is that the proper combination of goods in trade hall, or in other words, a product mix, can create additional sales. What is the most efficient product mix? Well, it's really up to you to find out. One of the main important aspects or indicators is their quality. What quality shows is the quality of materials used for the production of the good, as well as the level of technology. In other words, specific features and quality are reflected in one number. From the perspective of the consumers, the higher is the quality, the better or more attractive is the good. However, there are 3 things that matter: quality, brand, and sales price combination. In this case, you can see the proposition here, as well as the city average. As you create different good combinations for your clients, you have to remember that different goods have different consumption rates. For example, food is consumed daily. However, price elasticity is lower. One of the crucial things when you're running a shop, or in other words, the retail trade business, is a proper supply chain. If you don't manage your supplies properly, you will run out of goods and will have nothing to sell. So, one, you have to plan your sales properly and evaluate the market and its capabilities, as well as possible actions of your competitors. If you sell out everything and have absolutely no supplier, you will have to wait one turn, or in other words, 1 week of the game, till you will receive the goods you have ordered, and then only for the second turn you'll be able to actually sell those goods. So in other words, you will be losing time. As you will be ordering goods from various suppliers, you have to know that there are 2 types of suppliers overall available in SimFormer Business Simulation. The real participants of the simulation, whose names are given in blue and usually link to their companies. However, they also have a limited amount of production they have in stock. So in other words, if they mess up their production line, you will literally receive no goods if they run out of stock. You will run out of stock. So you have to be aware of that. Also, real participants can develop a brand value of their goods. Now, independent suppliers, these computer-generated ones, have an unlimited amount of goods they're selling, unless there is a limitation on the amount of goods of high quality that is limited to the maximum order. But their price is fixed and always is stable, and they are the most trustworthy ones. The difference is that their goods will never have a brand value. The price for the product you're selling can be set up manually, which in general provides a large variety of opportunities. You're absolutely free to choose your pricing strategy, depending on the quality of the goods you are trying to sell. In the end, don't forget that it's quality, brand, and price combination that matters and creates a unique proposition for your clients. You will have to see how competitive your quality, brand, and price combination is. Don't forget that the profits you will make by selling the goods will have to cover the purchasing cost of the good, as well as rent and salaries of your employees, as well as advertising. The location of the store is very important. Where exactly your store is will provide you an opportunity to attract more visitors that can actually buy your goods. However, place itself is not the only criteria here, because the size of the store is also very important. So let's start with the location. There are overall 5 districts in every city you can find in some form of business simulation. The trendy neighborhood is the very center of the city, which literally is the place where the most trendy goods, in this case the highest quality of the goods, can be found, and the highest cost for the good also can be easily paid, because the majority of rich inhabitants of the city actually live or usually are. As you move down and literally move out of the city, the rent cost decreases, and ability to pay a very high price for a very high quality product also decreases as well. However, the population that is more price sensitive can be found here, so quality might not necessarily be main criteria for them. So in this case, lower quality, lower price. If we look closer, you will see that the rent increases as the size of the store increases. But what is important in this situation is that the big store is needed not only to place all the goods you're selling, but also your employees require space to move and also serve the clients. Your clients require place to walk around and look around for the goods and look at the goods as they are. Having plenty of space is also very important for the place not to be crowded or for the line not to form, because if people have to wait, they might actually leave the store without buying anything. Thus, if the store is too small, then you literally are decreasing your chances to sell your goods. In this case, we're speaking about people that work for you and sell your wares for your clients, your employees. You will see that the interface will recommend you what is the required amount of employees that you need to have at your store to cover all the goods and all the departments that you have. I would also recommend having more employees than is the required number, because by having additional people trying to sell to your visitors will increase the chance of sales. However, you have to watch their qualification as well. In other words, proper level of service is also very important. The city average. So that means that's the average level of service that is provided in the stores within the city. You can set up the qualification of employees by setting up their salary. Naturally, the higher is the salary, the higher is the qualification. When you increase the salary of your employees, naturally your salary expenses increase as well. You have to evaluate how much these salespeople will generate sales and choose a smart price for their services. If you want to increase their qualification permanently without increasing their salary, you have to go for employee training. Employee training will provide you the possibility to train all or part of your employees for a certain amount of time and permanently increase their qualification in the end. And finally, if you don't want to close down your store and lose the skills of your employees that have been developed, simply put them on holiday. In this case, putting them on holiday means that they will be not working and the subdivision will be frozen. However, you will be paying them only 50% of their usual salary. If there is something you need to take care of, or certain supplies haven't arrived and you're looking for a supplier, you can call them back from their vacation when you have all the problems fixed. In order to increase the sales of your store, you require more clients. To get more clients, you require more visitors. However, visitor is not yet a client. Visitors just come to your store to see what you have, what kind of goods you have, what kind of prices do you have, and what is the price and quality combination in your store, and naturally, is it attractive for them or not? By advertising the store, you attract additional visitors. To advertise, you can choose one of 5 media channels. You can either choose all of them or a certain combination, which in your opinion is best. And in the end, see the overall contact price of the advertising campaign. You can see also the minimal amount, as every channel will have a minimal amount you will have to spend on it if you want to advertise using it, as well as see the population of the city and number of contacts you will make with this advertising campaign. As you increase the expenses for the campaign, the number of contacts increases. If you want all your city to know about the store that you have, you need to ensure that every city inhabitant would be contacted at least 3 times. To achieve that goal, you will require to have quite a noticeable amount of money. Efficiency will be calculated after you choose to advertise for a certain amount of money. What efficiency will show is your ability to service the visitors that will come to your store after the advertising. If your store is not big enough, if you don't have enough wares, if you don't have enough salespeople, or the qualification of the salespeople is simply too low or is not acceptable, depending on the district your store is in, or your quality, brand, and price combination is also unacceptable to the visitors, the efficiency of your advertising will start to drop. In other words, efficiency shows how well you can use the flow of visitors that is generated by the advertising campaign. Thus, if you are spending your money and still unable to use all the benefits the advertising generates, that means you're advertising inefficiently and wasting your money. As you develop your retail business, it is good to have a clear view what your client looks like or what kind of segment you are aiming to do business with or aiming to sell to. As you already know, we have 5 different districts. As you have most probably already guessed, the different type of consumers can be found in different districts. Naturally, the closer to the city center, the more rich the population can be found that is looking for the highest quality. As we go further away from the city center, the more price sensitive the population will get. So that will give you opportunity to try and look for definition of your own client. For example, when we will go to see the competitive market, certain product, we can see your competitors and we can see what price and quality combination they're selling and where their stores are. So naturally that either you can jump in and compete if you have the goods and you have the necessary quality and you can afford the price your competitor is putting up, or maybe then you should move to a different district and sell a different price and quality combination of the same product. And naturally then later on form your own unique product mix that supports all the products you're selling. With this, you can define your client and also have a direct impact on the retail business strategy you are forming. Under financial reports, you can find a lot of data that is necessary for the analysis. The revenues, expenses, profit, and taxes. Also sales by categories, as well as sales by specific products. Here you can see which part of the products actually brings you income. In the reports by products, you can see the list of all of your products that you're selling in this store and see their sales volume, the gains, prime costs, profit, and profitability. It's here where I would recommend overviewing the results and also evaluate the profitability of each good, and also should you continue and try to sell this specific good, or maybe you should change it and look for a different combination of goods in order to form a different product mix. Either way, these reports will allow you to manage the profitability of your stores. As you will be managing your store for some time, you will see that there are certain graphs helping you to show you the efficiency of your employees and also the business unit in overall. The first thing you will see is the staff efficiency. If you will not have enough employees according to required recommendation, or simply unable to match the number of visitors that are coming to your stores, the staff efficiency will be dropping down. Naturally, if their qualification will not be high enough to serve your clients, the efficiency will also start to drop. Of course, as staff efficiency drops and your employees are unable to service all the visitors, the possibility for you to increase your sales will diminish. Or in other words, your sales will stop to drop. You will also be given the level of quality of service you're providing in your stores. Normal, high, very high, or elite is something you should be aiming at. Now, the higher is the service, the more visitors you receive, and the higher level of satisfaction. The office efficiency is one additional variable that involves the overall efficiency of your store. As you increase the store or the amount of stores and the people that work in a specific city, in other words, region or country that falls under the supervision of this specific office, the office needs to grow as well. Therefore, if you increase the amount of people that work at your stores, double check if your office doesn't need expansion as well. The efficiency of your top manager is something that depends on the qualification that you have. Qualification defines top manager's ability to efficiently manage a certain amount of employees. In other words, this is a limiter. The lower is the qualification, the lower is the number of total employees that you can efficiently manage. The higher is the qualification, the higher is the number. You also have one additional way to help your store. It is called innovations. You can see here these little icons. If you click on them, you will be provided a list of business boosters you can buy. The cost of this innovation, or in other words, the parking lot near your store to increase the attendance by 50%, will cost you 2 million. And also, every turn afterwards, you will have to pay 100,000 to maintain it. And it will be active for 180 weeks. So it's 180 turns. It's a good deal. Additional bonus is that you can buy and install accounting system that will result in decreased tax payments. It also will cost 1 million and the service will cost 10,000 every turn. As you increase the size of your store, the price for the innovation or business booster will also increase. And that concludes our tutorial about the retail trade business in Synforma Business Simulation. I believe this will be helpful for your development, and I wish you good luck.